So we got a good amount of stuff to talk about today, man.
Ton.
I got audio room.
Okay. You hear us on the audio? We're doing good?
Dave,
cool.
Everything okay?
Yeah,
Dave,
your ability to interrupt us when we just started the podcast is just amazing.
It wasn't on yet.
Don't you got a cue card or something? You can be like, you can write it down and just be like, hey.
It wasn't on. Wait, do I talk to you or YouTube?
I don't know.
that face.
I apologize, folks. That is our audio tech, Dave.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't know who I talk to either.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way. So, anyways, we got a lot to talk about today. Getting this started off. I hope you guys enjoy the last video that we did. It was a lot of fun to make that one. It was a really interesting take on one of our favorite songs, really, Cage the Elephant. And I realized that I've got to scoot over. The computer monitor is hiding my face. I don't think that hurts anybody. But no. So yeah, we got a thing. We're doing a thing.
We did a thing. I'm gonna move my chair too. I'm all set up. There we go.
We're profesh.
Yeah, we were totally ready.
Lower this. Totally ready.
Minutes before we started.
There, that might help. I put up a PC wall there. So for you guys listening to the podcast, I've got a little fan thingy for my laptop, and it was like jacked all the way up, preventing my face from being seen. Yeah. So because I plan things out, I do that. So take it away there, Nader Tot.
Yeah.
Get him, big boy.
Well, today we did a song. I think we should be able to tell them what song we did if they're watching live.
Yeah, if you guys are watching live, yeah,
I think
why
they
not?
earn that.
Absolutely.
So today we did a song called "If It Hadn't Been for Love," and you're gonna have to actually remind me who it's by because I don't remember.
That would be Chris Stapleton with the Steel Drivers.
Okay, all right, yeah, the Steel Drivers.
Hey, camera guy Dave, can you adjust this other camera for the transition? It needs to go that way, just a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. You did perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Dave. So yeah, we did a Steel Drivers song. And you know, mad respect to Chris Stapleton because the way that they pull that stuff together is just awesome.
I just want to point out real quick, Video Dave has his shit together.
Yes, incrementally. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, so we did that song today, and that was probably more track heavy than we've done in a long time.
Oh yeah, and you would think just a guitar riff, and a little bit of banjo and stuff like. You think that would just be a couple cuts, but no, we actually did. There was so many tracks to that.
Yeah,
including the guest that we were talking about last week.
That's right.
Actually, we said we had big news, and he actually he showed up today and wanted to check out our operation, and he joined us for a song, and it was awesome.
I had an awesome time just watching him play. He's like, "We can do it again if you want." And I remember saying, "Hey, we can stay here all day and just listen. I'm good with that. I'm good with that."
I know. I said you can have all the takes you want. I mean, this is just recording shit. We can stop, delete, edit, whatever we wanted to do.
Right.
And he ran it through one time. It's like, yeah, that's done. We're good. We're good. You can keep what you want. Take that to the bank. I'm like, damn, that, like, I was impressed. Like, that was like one and done. Like,
yeah,
we got so many more for you, dude. So let's keep them rolling out. So, but yeah, he used to play with Hal Beveridge with the Beveridge Brothers. Yes. Any of you locals that know our local watering hole, the Dirty Bird, know a lot about the Beveridge Brothers. They usually played there during the summer, the bike nights, the Saturdays. We recently lost Hal. His health had dropped, and he ended up passing away. And we were lucky enough to have one of his brothers here playing for us right now. So that is amazing. And here in a little bit, we'll bring him over here so you guys can talk to him and see what you think about the guy.
About the guy.
About the guy.
You got to wait for the music. But I had a blast hanging out with him today. Like, he gets along with us just fine here in the Mindless Lab. And it was good.
He made a few Wayne's World references. I'm like,
Yeah.
You're going to fit in just fine, dude.
Did we just become best friends?
I'm like, little did you know, when the RockTail Hour was born, we literally did it on the couch in the basement.
Right.
So, yeah, you're gonna do well here. My plan to phase myself out completely is almost complete.
So, real quick, it looks like Tyler Reddig is watching again, and he says, can anybody imagine Vic's beard and Nate's flowing hair on the same person? It would be magical.
Yes, I think that's called Jesus. That's been done, brother. I don't want to touch that one. Oh, man. Talk about a derail.
That's almost Dave level.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. So, no, I don't know if anybody out there that's listening or any musicians listening that ever struggle. This is a big thing for me. When you're playing, you hear yourself and it sounds good in your ear, right? And it's all recorded, and then shit gets done to it and it is played back to you. Does anybody ever, and please drop some comments below if this happens to you, do you ever just like not like how you sound? I don't know. And people are like, no, you sound great. And I'm like, I don't know if I like it. And I probably shouldn't say leave a comment because now I'm going to get it. But no, there's a thing there. So that's happening. I don't know. What do you think, Nate?
I think anytime you get behind a mic, it can be a little bit intimidating. Once you record it, it's done. That's what you have to work with. So it can be a little, we drop these things on YouTube and are walking targets basically for anybody who happens across it. So yeah, they could say we're terrible, but
as long as they don't ask us to play songs from the Ram Ranch, we're okay. A while back, we had did a show. And someone totally trolled us and then hook, line, and sinkered me personally and said, my grandfather died and he was a big fan of the Ram Ranch. Can you play that song for me live? And I'm like, yeah, we'd love to play that for you. But we don't know the song, so we'll have to learn it. And he was like, oh, thanks. And then we did our research and oh my God. Oh my God. So whoever that guy was, hats off, because you know what? You're a butthole for doing that. But you got me. You got me. I learned a valuable lesson that time that we have to have Quality Dave properly vet the comments before we reply to them.
That's right.
The Ram Ranch. The name alone should have been enough. Like, no, I'm a Chevy guy. I don't know. Nope, not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm ruining the show already, ain't I?
No, this is what we do. We chose to be here.
But yeah,
if you guys watched our last video, you'll know what that's from.
Absolutely. So what's on your mind, man?
I'm excited because this song we did today was three kinds of badass. I'm not gonna lie. We have two separate vocal tracks on it. Let's see here. Two vocals, a guitar, banjo, cello,
Yeah.
harmonica,
And a harmonica.
That's a new one. Never had a harmonica on the
Ever.
channel before.
Never been
so,
in. Yeah. And then myself and my beautiful wife.
That's right. Vic
Yeah,
and Doc
all
sang
of
this
that, and Nate was just sitting there toiling, just uncontrollably, like just get away from me, you know. And I'm like, wow, look at the machine go, man. So
It's
yeah,
done, though. I'm pretty happy with what we came out with.
he did his best to make me sound like a singer. So he definitely gets an award for polishing a turd.
Tyler
like,
Reddick says, ruining the show, nothing new there, Vic.
I know. Hey, but I'm keeping my clothes on. Okay.
That's right. He's not naked.
This time.
Family
We all
friendly.
know what happened on the Lost video. That's
Yes.
gone.
Oh no, that's gone. We didn't delete it. YouTube did.
Well, who knew? Now we know.
Oh, by the way, if you're under 18 and watching this, you should stop
be.
watching and go get that looked at by a doctor.
Yeah.
We're not responsible for anything you may do or say after watching this.
And I'm not responsible for anything Vic says ever.
Verbal
Just
disclaimer.
So everyone's clear.
That is a fact.
Keep open-ended.
How we sounding over there, Audio Dave?
What?
Wait, he's got to wait for the 2-second lag.
Yeah.
What? Oh, that. Hang up. What?
Did he hear
Yep.
himself lag?
He heard himself. It confused him. He almost thought there was two of them.
I can't hear you guys anymore.
Well, you got to put the earbuds in your ears,
Oh.
and
well,
then it works.
Yeah, but then I can't hear you when the earbuds are in. I can't hear you here.
Right. I don't know how to solve that.
You chewed on windowsills as a child, didn't you? We're talking, post 1974.
What's your favorite color
1978.
paint chip?
Lead. My favorite color's lead. It's yummy.
Oh.
Wow, that took a turn, didn't it? But yeah. Well, I guess without further ado, man, what do you think about bringing Mr. Miller over here and seeing what's up?
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, what do you think, Rip? You want to come on over?
Yeah, come on with it.
All right, we'll try to make room for you. My belly alone needs 2 microphones.
Oh, I load.
Have a seat, brother. All right.
There you go.
All right.
Anyways, so to try to speak up, I'm going to try to get my mic in here for the both of us to use. Everyone watching, this is our brother Rick Miller, formerly a member of the Beverage Brothers.
Beverage Bros Band.
One hell of a harmonica player. Tell
Thank you.
them a little bit
Thank
about
you.
yourself, man.
I started out playing in about the year 2000, and I was happy to learn from Billy Ryder, who owned Billy's in East Town. And he got to play with some of the best musicians, the world-renowned, James Cotton, Carrie Bell, Paul Butterfield, Shaky Walter Horton. Ride the bus with those guys, and hey, boy, you can't play those drums on the bus. You're going to have to learn another instrument. So they did. They taught him harmonica, and those you got to learn from those fine gentlemen, which I adore and definitely are my mentors in life, the musicians that they were.
Fantastic. So when did you start playing harmonica? Like, when did you find that was like your thing?
I didn't, because I was thinking it wasn't going to be my thing. My first harmonica I got when I was like 8 years old, and I got to learn to play Silent Night, and that's about as far as we went. But, as like after that, I was like the year 1999, and it was the Blues and Jazz Festival downtown GR.
Yep.
And the
For those
Mighty
listening,
Little John Band. It was the name of Billy Ryder's band. At that
for those listening on the podcast, GR is our local home base, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
All
Yeah.
right. So anyway, I went down after the show and I asked him. I said, "Can I play? Can you teach me how to play harmonica better than Ken? I can now. I mean," he says, "Oh yeah, come on down to my place every Wednesday night, $10 or 15. No, $15. That's what it was.
Dude, that's a super cheap lesson. Was it like an
Super
hour?
cheap. And
Like
it was
$15
an hour
an
lesson.
hour?
It was an hour lesson, and there was like 7 of us, I think, at the time.
Oh wow.
And there was a few other fellas. Tomas Esperanza. You might have heard of him. He plays around Grand Rapids a lot, and down around Detroit and Chicago and Lansing. He plays over there at the Green Room. I know also. He's also started out playing with me at the same time. And then there was Maui Murph. Maui Murph was a guitar player and a heck of a bass, and also a chromatic chord harmonica. And it was like,
Oh wow.
and these are $1,700
That's insane.
harmonicas. $1,700 harmonicas, and I'll bet they're $2,000 now. Whoa. And the bass harmonica was $1,495, I think it was, when I started out playing harmonica. And I got to visit with these guys that were down in Spa Festival, Buckeye Spa Festival. If you want to hear a whole bunch of harmonica players from all over the world, it is every bit worth the weekend stay there. And I'm telling you what,
That's fantastic.
it's phenomenal, the musicians that come out. I heard a guy play on a chromatic, Flight of the Bumblebee.
You
No
serious?
way.
Flight of the Bumblebee. And I was like, all right.
He had an aneurysm slightly after he finished that song because the left hemisphere of his brain didn't get any oxygen.
It was amazing. It was
was
an
like,
amazing show.
I mean,
the best jazz.
I
the
couldn't
best
imagine.
Blues.
That would be awesome to see. I want to say, I notice it now that we're sitting closer.
Right.
I mean, we've been hanging out with him all day.
Yeah.
But your voice is booming.
I'm
Oh yeah,
sorry.
you've got
You're
great.
No.
You got
There's
you
a
got-
lot of air in
you're
the
gonna
tank
throaty-
to push through on that harmonica.
Someone gave
dude.
this
That's
man some glass
awesome.
packs years ago.
I was just thinking about that. Like it's all
When my ball-
it's all wind.
When my balls drop, I'll sound like that too. They're still up there a little bit.
Too much.
Oh, welcome to the RockTail Hour, brother.
Yeah. Whoa.
So, anyways, not to keep up bringing up bad, vibes and shit, but shortly after Hal passed,
Yeah.
I had bumped into him. Now we usually went down to the would go down to the Dirty Bird and listen to these guys play like every Saturday, almost every Saturday, mostly during the summer. But just recently I had bumped into him down there, and he was doing what we're all doing, having drinks and stuff, and he pulled out his harmonica. He had his back to me sitting at the bar, and we were at the tables, and he just started letting one rip, and I'm like, what was that? And they're like, oh yeah, that's homeboy over there, and like he's and they explained it to me, and I'm like, I just sat there and watched, had another beer, and listened to him. I'm like, no way. I had to immediately. I went over there. I'm like, here's our card. You need to check us out. You need to come check us out. We'd love to hear from you. And holy shit, if he didn't give me a call, 3 weeks later.
That's awesome.
And then he showed up today and laid down some sweet tracks. Yeah, this is the card I gave you, right?
That's right.
So if you can't see this, we got these like thick plastic cards. They're not even paper, I don't think. But
They're nice cards.
yeah, they're really nice. Hey, Dave, will you show this to the camera? Just so they can get a little eyeball of that. No, get up in there. A little closer, a little closer. Perfect. Now turn it over. Turn it over.
We gotta let it focus a minute.
He's doing the Vanna White.
Thanks,
with the
Vanna.
That's there for now. Thank you, Vanna.
even
Come
focus
on,
once.
No,
come
he
on, man.
didn't. We're watching this in delay, and it's hilarious.
It's like, what the boy?
So I gave him that card, and sure shit, he called us back, and he blew us away with that one take, man.
It only
You blew
took
us away
one
with
take.
Dude,
Look,
I was like, I'm honored.
well, we appreciate it.
See, this is crazy because we love making music, and most importantly, we have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun with it, what's the point, really?
Absolutely.
And nothing we do is professional at all. We'll be the first to admit it. So the trollers that are gonna leave hate comments, go for it. You're just gonna get ignored because we already know.
It's nothing we
That's
didn't
right.
say
And so
first.
he came on board, and he was sitting there telling us dude, this is really cool. This is really good. And I'm like, that made me feel good because you got some history playing music.
Yeah. I
You
do a
know,
little bit.
and we don't like that.
Oh,
You know,
right.
of
come
course,
on.
we've all did open mics. We've all played live shows. I think the most I've ever played to was a crowd of like 200 people, and that's small compared to what you've probably played to.
Beware
I've seen.
Bean Blossom Blues Festival. Watch out, we are coming.
There you go. That challenge accepted. We'll get some of our chops up for that one. But no, I've seen the Bird Pact,
Oh yeah.
and that's more people than I've played for. I've seen the Bird with 100 people or 200 people there. You can't even squeeze through there.
Yeah.
You know, definitely a hard crowd to get through. But you played for that.
Yeah, and I had a ball. I had a great time playing. It's like, because of my wireless mic, I could go dancing through the crowd of the people, and I could enjoy the entire evening with all my friends. And I knew just about everybody there, you know, and it was so nice, you know. It's like coming to your hometown tavern, and it's playing like for people you know. You guys were there to support. I mean,
Yeah, it's our hometown
the
tavern,
same
dude.
thing. I mean, it's like be supported and support your local artist.
Absolutely.
Always is support your local artist. And I really appreciate you guys, and I
Likewise, bro.
appreciate Hal Beverage for guiding me,
Cheers, Hal.
and taking
He's up
me
there
on a tour.
Kicking ass and taking names up and down, brother.
Good times, good times.
If you had any more bass to your voice right there, I would have thought you were like the Lion King, dude. I swear to God. So like, everything the light touches is
Did you
your
say
kingdom.
you deliberately disobeyed me?
You deliberately disobeyed me.
That'll work.
Oh, that's fucking
Damn
fun.
it, Luke. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. We're family friendly
we got
here.
more comments
Oh,
here.
oh, we do?
Richard Thomas, what's up, man? He says Rick sounds like Tommy Chong.
No, man.
Joanne Meeker says, hi, all. Proud of you, named Vic.
Hey, Joanne, how you doing?
Tyler, again. He doesn't have much going on Saturday
The
night.
crowd was a lot thinner when I
Thinner when
finished.
you finished.
You know.
And Joanne Meeker enjoyed the Lion King comment.
Well,
so.
hell, Tyler, every time I finish, I'm a little thinner, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, again, if you're under 18, turn off. Turn this shit off because you're
This wasn't for you.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope. You're violating
No.
the terms and agreements of YouTube. Turn it off.
I'm telling you.
Look, laughing my ass off, Simba. So we're reading the YouTube comments,
Oh, that's great.
and yeah, they're hilarious. They're fucking hilarious.
We get a few more, we could make a new show just reading these.
Reacting to the
great.
comments.
It's like,
Yeah, that's
you got a whole bunch of buzzers in that one. I bet.
Right.
yeah. So we want to move forward. I'd love for you to come back,
I
for
will.
you to
Most
keep
definitely.
blessing us with your knowledge and obviously
Absolutely,
the
dude.
talent. Because dude, you nailed that.
I'm
And it
having-
sounded good. Would you feel like maybe giving our viewers something
Sure.
real quick? I mean, I don't want. Here's a harmonica. If you want?
I always
he
carry
happens
one.
to have
there you
one.
go.
Just happen to have one.
It was in my pocket, and I don't even play harmonica. That's awesome. So now you guys know exactly what we're talking about.
He brought to the table today. You and I should just
Yeah, we could just let him ride for another 20 minutes and we're good.
Yeah, that's it. That's fantastic. amazing, man. That was awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, guys, I hope everyone here, will give a big welcome to Rip coming on with the Mindless Music until he gets tired of our stupidity.
Nah. Can't happen. Not with
Cheers.
Budweiser in the
Cheers.
mix.
Take some drinks of our tasty beverages.
Jamie Moore says, I could listen to that all day.
You and me both, sister.
And Tyler very sadly agreed with my statement. He says, no, I don't. I'm very lonely. Well, come over, man.
It's show here.
But let's see, we're about 27 minutes. How are we going to fill up this show?
Well,
What do you wanna talk
have
about?
a couple other things to talk about.
We can talk about that. Ooh, I don't want to get into legality, but we, for anyone listening that wants to know where we're going forward with the channel, we're going to be going forward, making this a full-fledged LLC and trying to turn our music and our brand into a legitimate business.
Yep.
So yeah, there's that. That's all I can say about that right now.
That's right. What we can say is that there is a RockTail Hour podcast.
Oh man, you blew me away with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is actually pretty huge.
Yeah.
Mindless Music, us, we have created a podcast out of this show.
Right here.
So
Right
you're
now.
watching the podcast right now.
Yep.
And you can't listen to the podcast on YouTube, but you can literally listen to it anywhere else.
Let's say you're at work and you got audio, right? Then you can basically catch us, what, Nate, like on 6 different platforms now?
All the major podcast ones. So we're on Google Podcasts, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher,
Spotify.
Spotify, TuneIn, Spreaker.
How
You can type us into Google, or you can ask Siri to play the RockTail Hour,
Right.
and it will.
So if you search for Mindless Music, it's basically going to pop up the RockTail Hour because that's all we have available right now.
That's right. We're going to make some changes.
Yep.
Nothing that you guys will ever really see. But
One's for the good, though.
Essentially going to happen is Vic and I are going to attain some rights
Yep.
to some music.
Yep.
I can say that much, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to be the owners of the music we create because we're doing covers. It's not our actual music.
Well, the covers, like if we do a cover, we're basically going to be purchasing the license to have rights to that song in the form of being able to put that on iTunes, Google Play,
Yeah.
to redistribute that for our fans to either download for free or to purchase. So there's a bunch of legal stuff coming up with that. And it's going to be legit. It's going to be, cool. And you'll always be able to listen to it on our YouTube for free. And I'm sure there's like web pages where you can like download YouTube videos. So we don't care. Have fun with it.
I was going to say,
but if you want to support the channel once that comes up, buy the songs if you want to support us. Sorry, go ahead.
Right.
Nate.
I was going to say, the podcast, though, we will be able to put the songs that we make on the podcast.
Yeah.
And the podcast is free. Just
It's
like the
always
YouTube
free.
channel.
It's always
free. We'll never, ever, ever charge for that.
We'll put it at the very end, so you have to fast forward.
I'm getting more comments. And I see Dave. He's reading them, too, and he's rolling. He can
Is he
barely
rolling?
contain himself.
Okay, let's catch up with the comments,
Tyler
Nate.
Reddig asked again about Steel Panther. Okay, so if we do a Steel Panther cover, we could potentially get some rights, and then we could do it on this show. But Vic and I have talked since the last RockTail Hour.
I need a mullet wig and a bandana.
Yeah. And I need some leopard print, skin tight jeans. Or leather pants. That's also acceptable.
Yes, all of that.
I got the hair covered, though. I just need a lot of mousse.
We do. Oh, we're gonna have it all like
rain hairspray.
Right? Just 8 inches tall right off the top.
You know what? I think that should be a challenge later on this season.
boy.
Later on in the season 2. But we got to pick one because a lot of them are super horrible. Like, we got to be careful because I don't want to chase everybody away.
There's a lot of people who think.
Oh, I know. I know.
That of us anyway.
What else do we got here?
Richard Thomas says Rick should play quietly and continuously in the background. I don't know. We got about another half
Let's
hour.
see how it works.
He might
Let's see
run
how it
out of
works.
breath.
All right, Nate. So we're just gonna finish off the RockTail hour.
Just yeah.
I'm just joking, brother. Well, let him go for another little go.
He could. Like we won't stop
Cheers.
him.
We interrupt your podcast for this motherfucking moment of silence with a harmonica break.
I'm pretty sure Audio Dave is crying.
He's got tears. He does have tears. But no, with the sound drop thing we were talking about,
Yeah.
we're going to be able to purchase rights to the covers that we are doing. So before that we even distribute them, we buy the rights, and this company is going to cover our back for the lifetime of that song, like which is forever.
That's right.
And we'll have exclusive rights to that song, and they're going to distribute that song solely. That's so awesome. I feel like I'm on like a Johnson's Bratwurst commercial with that in the background, man. My commercial begins. We're in the woods. No. But no, they're gonna. So they'll be the ones distributing the music for us. So
That's
for the fees that we're gonna in here, the only problem is the amount of the fees that we have to pay per song. It gets absorbent. So all the other songs we've done in the past, eventually we're gonna have to pull those videos down, buy the rights, and put them back up.
That's right.
That way we
And
can
repost
monetize those sites or those videos, and then distribute the audio for download.
Now, right now, we do actually have a way for you guys to help us out, if you want.
If you wanted to.
We have a Streamlabs account.
Pass collection plate. Go.
That's right.
We have a Streamlabs link, and it's probably not up on this stream right now because I don't know how to do all that stuff. So I usually correct it, after the fact, like tomorrow. Right. But normally on every video we leave a Streamlabs. It's a donation page. If you want to donate $1, $1 goes a long way. So
$5 gets us a new pack of strings. $10 literally gets us a song. It literally donates one of the songs that we've already created back to us, back again to you.
Yep. $10 will purchase the rights to a song.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys want to help out, we don't normally beg for money on any of the videos. We've never really brought it up.
We don't do
it's
that.
just been a link.
It's not necessary.
But it's there. I just figured I would mention it. But yeah, I can't wait for all of this stuff to get off the ground. Not only will you be able to find it anywhere, you'll be able to watch it anywhere. You'll be able to help support us, support our mental state.
Yeah, our obsession. And you know what? We're thinking. We're being headstrong with this one, and we're expanding, and sky's the limit this year. So by the end of this season, I think we're going to be in a good place because you know what? Already from last season, we've grown exponentially.
Oh yeah.
Our first live video was on a cell phone. Most of our early videos were on a cell phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've already dumped thousands of dollars into equipment and training and software and harmonicas.
Perfect. I'm gonna edit this for the podcast because I don't actually edit the podcast, but I'm gonna listen to it and be like, "That sly fucker, yeah, we're leaving it. We're leaving it in."
You're damn straight. So we got big things on the horizon. And it's gonna take a few years.
I'm sorry. Speaking of begging for money, Tyler Reddick says not on the videos. Vic begs for money under an overpass by Big Boy. It popped up and I couldn't help but laugh.
You know what? You do that. You do that one time. One time.
They never forget. They never forget.
For the record, I've never begged for money under a bed before. Tyler, you can kiss my ass. For the record, that was your mama. And I ran out of gas. So it's legit.
We was begging for money to fill some money and put some gas back in that tank.
That was really good Alabama right there, buddy.
There you go, man.
Nailed it.
If that was any closer, he'd be the ladies' man. He said, no, I just say, hey, would you like a fish sandwich?
I got some steelhead at home.
Oh.
And then you just proceed to show her the goods.
Welcome to the RockTail Hour, everybody.
That went south.
If you're just joining us, I'm sorry. No.
I fucking quit.
Sorry.
No, I'm actually.
Is it getting hot in here?
I'm just, I'm personally glad that we reached out on here and have
Absolutely.
had other artists and musicians.
Thank you.
And like,
Thank you. Pardon me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I want to do that. Like, we're serious. We want you to come out and jam with us.
Absolutely.
You've had an awesome time.
I've
today.
had a
We
great
had an
time
awesome
all
time
day.
today. We made music. It's going to be released late next
Soon.
week, we'll say. And
Yeah, that's fair enough to say.
yeah.
Later next week.
We're
No
winging
rush.
it.
No rush.
But we were taken seriously. Somebody took us up on the offer, and we got awesome content.
What
from
did you
it.
think
We had a
about
great
today?
time.
Well, you just
Oh,
Nate
man.
just mentioned that he took us seriously. What did you think about today? Because obviously we act like a bunch of dumbasses around here. But
Well,
what did
at
you
first
think?
I didn't recognize you because you didn't have your beard today. I was like, I watched your podcast or your YouTubes, and I was sitting there. I go, "Where's this guy?"
Well, I shaved my beard off yesterday. I'll have one tomorrow.
Well, thank you. If it comes back, then I can recognize you in your video. But anyway, you know, I was really floored by just taking the time and just listening to what these boys played, and each time it was a different lick and a different sound, and the way it all came together was fantastic in the end. Nate, the wizard on that freaking computer, oh my gosh. It's like, you know, we first worried about it a little bit. We did at first, but I mean, it was like it all came through, and it all, I mean, I think it was very professional, very professional.
Well, thank you, sir. And I think we have that general feeling anytime we start a project. We listen to it and we're like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How many times do we talk about just dumping everything, but we write it through, and it actually turns out to be pretty decent.
Right. Yeah. It's unfortunately most of the time.
Now, I don't say professional.
Right.
I said decent.
We gotta keep that for a sound. Whenever somebody
That is
makes
a good
joke,
segue right
or
there.
if there's an awkward silence, we just play the harmonica slam.
Yes. So no,
Oh,
that really made me feel good when you were all like, oh yeah, we're totally digging it and stuff like that. So
Oh
so that's pretty good. Well, like I said, we act like a bunch of dumbasses from time to time, but we enjoy just recreating music or even making music. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it out there.
and thus that fucked up logo was born.
yeah.
But I tell you, it helps.
That is our version of
We
Wayne
actually-
World's Bill and Ted.
We told that story today. I don't know if they know where that picture came from.
I don't know that the logo back there, the silhouette of me and Nate right there, that was actually a photo taken at our wedding, me and my wife's
Well,
wedding.
not our wedding, right?
No, not me and
Him
Nate.
and his wife.
We talked about it a few times, but it just no. Spot the fuck on, man.
Can I just
Here we
pay
go.
you to follow me around? Do that?
It's like something from Family Guy. It just follow me around with the harmonica.
Redhead lady walking over. I remember that one. Yeah.
We
Just sitting there. That was great.
Oh my god, my face hurts. Where was I? Oh yeah, not me and Nate's wedding. Me and my beautiful wife's wedding. That photo was taken at, and I turned it into a vector file with Photoshop, and that just kind of became a thing.
Swing.
It literally took like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the swing thing.
And I showed it to Nate, and he's like, "That's amazing." I'm like, "Sweet, we got what we got," because I ain't redoing it. That's it. So, anyways, that's the story of the RockTail Hour logo.
Yeah. It was literally on the fly. Just pretend like you guys play guitars.
Yeah, we had photographers follow us around that entire day, and I think it was the guy. He was all like, "You guys play guitar? Do like a rock and roll pose." So we just did the classic Bill and Ted, Wayne's World, like yeah. and that picture right there was born. So,
which is
yes.
the thing I always thought was funny about that is that Vic is playing the guitar backwards.
It is too.
Yes. No,
too.
Nate's doing it right, and I am playing it left-handed. So, and I'm not a left-handed
He's
guitar
like,
player.
something you do, he's like totally left-handed guitar. What?
Well, that's how Bill and Ted did it. They mirrored it.
It was back
but
to
when you
back,
see them play
right.
guitar, they're doing
Right-handed.
it's
yeah.
total
is
Bill
it?
and Ted right there.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't care what you say. It was excellent.
It was very, very excellent.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
But yes.
Nope from our sponsor.
What else did you want to discuss? What's on your mind, man?
Well, songs coming up.
Yes.
I've got
Oh, take it away, brother.
that's
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
one thing. I looked back in my messages and I found the name of the. Are we over here? This mic is like right in the way.
His dad's
Yeah,
in the
Dave,
way
what's
now.
going on, buddy?
You're right there.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Dave, if I haven't said it again this episode, you're fired.
What?
Exactly.
I'm fired?
Again.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we fire him. He shows up the next day.
But yeah, come back in a couple of weeks and then we'll
Yeah,
probably have
2 weeks. You'll be back. That's cool.
Well,
And actually, you got to finish out today too.
Yeah, you
So-
got. If you don't finish today, you don't get paid.
Oh no, I'm staying until we finish watching Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Yeah. Thought you said you liked Seth Meyers.
After Jimmy.
After
Seth
oh,
Jimmy.
oh.
All right. Dave, put you back up front, Nate. Take it away.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about that.
I was gonna say, yeah, we do have a mindless mention that we're gonna
Yes.
do.
You know what? We haven't. We got to push that a little more. We made a whole like logo thing, and it was like red, and for the videos that we would release would be red. That was kind of like our mindless mention thing.
Right. If you guys had a song that you wanted us to do, and basically asked us to do the song and told us why you wanted us to do the song,
Why?
a little bit of a story with it. It doesn't have to be a whole thing, but just a little description. We'd put it up as a mindless mention. We can put your name on it or
Yeah.
not, I suppose.
We do our best not to poop on the reason why you like the song.
Right.
You know.
And Vic said poop. It's just
We're all
my
mature
brain,
around here.
like,
I say the word poop, and
we're
everyone
totally
loses their
over
shit.
21 and able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
Oh, wait.
Oops.
See, the word poop just fucks everyone. Watch this. Dookie. Caca. It just gets better. I'm sorry, Nate. You were saying?
That's all right. No, we
face
did.
hurts.
We got a mindless mention from last year.
Yeah.
And what we want is for people to give us their song ideas and a reason why you want us to play them, and we will. And so the one we have now, I just found out the name. Well, I didn't just now find out, but I re-found out what the name of it was. And I don't think we're going to mention that yet.
No, not yet.
But we got it, and we would love more requests. We mentioned that
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
time on the RockTail Hour. That like leave a comment just right here. Everybody's talking shit, and you might as well throw in a song request. I can't barely keep a straight face every time I look to the right.
Tyler says, my eyes hurt from looking at your face, Vic. We need the beard back. Tyler, I'm going to block you. You're a dick. Say it in your Mufasa voice.
You're right.
Get the beard back.
He said,
Everything the light touches is not covered by a beard.
I had to think about that.
But yeah, so keep the requests coming in.
absolutely.
And
Cuz can be an answer.
cuz.
Yeah, because you know.
Cuz do it.
Yeah,
Cuz,
right,
because,
you wanted to, just cuz.
Cuz. It said Ram Ranch. Cuz.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up is we have a song that's actually an original. Now, there was just the very
We actually have
smallest
several
part-
songs,
right? The smallest part of this was actually in one of our blooper videos. In the first
I think I
season,
know what you're talking
Vic
about.
sang just about 3 seconds of it, and that was the first time we had ever even had that little melody. And since that video has come out,
That song was born.
it's done. Like lyrics, it's been recorded. We may record another version of it with our,
Our current
newer
studio.
setup. Yeah.
It never gets old.
I was kind of excited to bring up the fact that season 2 of Mindless Musicx is going to have our very first original song. And I think
we
that's
have a
kind
ton
big
of them
deal.
to pick from.
Right.
But I think the one that you're talking about, absolutely, for sure.
Because it was literally written about jamming, doing these videos, having a drink, and literally having everybody over to the house and just going
Having
ham
fun.
with it. And I mean,
Party.
today it's cool because it's right. It's I was waiting for it. And today it's cool because it's not just me and Vic.
No.
We've got Rip here, Dave and other Dave.
And the wives and
left. I
your
don't know
other
who
brother.
was.
Your other brother Dale took off.
Austin. Austin was here, yeah.
Does
And,
anybody get that reference? It's like, this is my brother Daryl, this is my brother Daryl, this is my other brother Daryl. Anybody get that reference?
And
Wasn't
the
that
other
on like
brother Ed.
Right
wasn't that
over.
like on Wings or some shit way back in the day? If anybody listening knows that reference, tell me what TV show that was from like the late 80s, early 90s.
You're not getting any help from me. I don't know what that was.
There we go. There's the segue. And we're back. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh man.
So we are at about 49 minutes. We're actually going to start wrapping up this hour. I know it's 50 minutes. Come on, give me a break, guys. Today was a lot of fun. We did a lot of things. What did he say?
Newhart.
Was it from Newhart? Bob Newhart. That's right. Awesome. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that, man. But you caught the reference, right? I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Yeah. That's from Newhart. Awesome. Fantastic. We're going to wrap this one up. We learned so much today.
Yeah.
So this video coming out, be nice. But more importantly, a big shout out to Rip Miller joining us here in the Mindless Music Lab, down here in the depths of the lab. I just spit all over you.
Yep, time to wrap this one up.
Down in the dungeon.
For the folks that tuned in and listen to this bullshit, thank you so much.
We got 8 people watching right
Fucking
now.
fantastic.
And thank you to every single one of you.
Heck
That's
yeah.
awesome. We
Even
are
though we don't know you.
gonna wrap up here, and then we're gonna.
Oh, yeah, we're going in town. If anybody's
Yeah.
local, you know us, you know our spots. We are going to be at the Dirty Bird. Come down, say hi. We're going to be there for a short time and get to know some people and talk about music. If you guys want to join us, have a drink with us, or even talk music, meet us down there.
Or buy drinks for us.
Yeah.
That works too. That works too.
Or him. This man earned it today. He really
I'll
did.
have some cards and some stickers with us, and I'll be able to give them to you. What's up, Dave?
Can I go?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
buddy.
fired, but you can go. He's like, oh.
Play him out.
Oh, I get
Sorry.
Give him some marching music.
Give him some marching music. Yeah.
Nope. You got to raise your knees higher. You got to do it. Come on now. Anyways, we're good.
That was awesome.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm so glad
But anyways, we're gonna call it a night. If you guys are listening to any of the platforms of the podcast, go ahead and share that with your friends, spread it around. But more importantly, if you are listening to the podcast that we share, go over to our YouTube or our Facebook page, strum on that like button, hammer on that subscribe button, and until we talk to you guys again, stay mindless, play with your heart.
We'll see you guys next time.
Rock on with your bad
right now,
self.
Nick.
Yeah, Dave's listening right now.
He's listening right now.
We'll see you
Take care, guys. Thanks for joining in.